Yo, what's cracking? It's POPE, KevThePope, and we live with hip hop since 1987.
Like he says, KevThePope, hailing from Brooklyn, New York.
Yes, sir.
Of course, it's me, Alana Milan, with hip hop since 1987. And I'm excited to talk to you today, but going back to you being from Brooklyn, how was your experience growing up in a musical family, and give us some of your background?
It was pretty dope. It was pretty dope because music was something I knew I wanted to do from like super young as an adolescent. Both of my parents is rosters, so I grew up listening to a lot of like culture, reggae, soca music. My brothers and sisters, they're a little older than me, so I grew up listening to a lot of hip hop. So I had a mixture of everything, and it was super dope.
So, would you say also too, like, alongside growing up in a musical family, would you say growing up in Brooklyn kind of?
Of course, hell yeah. Cause I grew up, seeing I had Sean Price living in my building, who actually gave me my rap name. He added the Pope to the Kev and everything like that. And I used to grow up seeing him do a lot of videos in front of the building, especially like B-Cat. I don't know if you guys can remember B-Cat, Rap City and stuff like that. And it just influenced me, to just, if he could do it, I could do it, you know what I'm saying? So I just never really was like, nah, I can't do it. So just growing up in Brooklyn motivated me a lot with the music.
So since you've always been musically inclined, at what point did you start making music?
Since young, I can't really put an age on it, cause even when I was younger, like I used to record music on like tape recorders and with the cassettes, and like when DJ Clue and like DJ K Slay used to put out like a mixtape with instrumentals on it, I used to just rap over those. But I didn't really take it like serious until like I graduated from high school, and I used to write for a couple artists and stuff like that. Then I was like, all right.
I was going to ask you as a follow-up, like, how would you describe the transition from your very debut release to now? And when I'm saying debut release, I really mean like 18 and up. You feel me? Like when you really was old enough to talk your shit, and like, how would you describe the transition from then to now?
I would say growth, just like growth. You know what I'm saying? Because even like certain songs I had put out when I was younger, I'll listen back and I'm like, damn, I do hit a growth. As far as like vocabulary, versatility, content. You know what I'm saying? Just everything I'm speaking about overall. I'm not just sticking to one concept, or just not. It's talking about the same thing I was talking about back then. So I do see a lot of growth.
I know in 2018, or from what I see on Apple Music, at least, I see an album.
Yeah.
Crazy Weird Cool Love.
Yeah, Crazy Weird Cool Love. That name actually came from TLC. They got an album called damn, what was the name of the album? Crazy something. I forgot, but it was influenced by TLC. That was my first ever project. Yeah. I actually like that project a lot, but back to now it's like I was like, damn, I could have, yeah.
Because I was going to ask, like, that, of course, it was your first project, but
Yeah.
I see you have an EP in 2020.
Yeah, life is good.
In between 2018 and now 2023, it's a gap of what, 5 years?
Yeah.
So what has stopped you from releasing a full body project? Because you got a Rolodex of like updated releases, but like what stopped you?
Reason why I stopped putting out like full projects was because I just feel like people gravitate to singles more and like shorter body of work. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a lot of time to put together a full project, because I don't just like to just throw out music. I just like to make sure it's like, you can't make everything perfect, but I just want to make it perfect for me. You know what I'm saying? So when the consumers and everybody hear it, yeah.
Well, from 2018, so your debut project release, to now, what would you say has been your most responsive single? Like, what's the single that has gotten the biggest response?
I would have to say it's a couple. It's this record I got with my homie Jav called "Where Were You." Heart Froze. That's like my most streamed and most viewed song on the YouTube and stuff like that. Then I got a record with Troy Ave called Hustlin'. He put that on his album. And one more will have to be like I would say Set the Tone. You know what I'm saying? Set the Tone is doing very well.
So, going back to you saying Troy Ave, like, I know, he was a while ago, but at the end of the day, that means you clearly been around.
Yeah.
So, you in New York, right? You've gotten to see the transition from, like, the home of hip-hop, like, lyricism, instead in the third. And I'm not saying drill artists aren't lyrical, but you've gotten to see the transition between that and what's going on now. So, have you ever felt pressure to adapt at all? Or?
Nah, I just stay in my lane, you know what I'm saying? Because no, I'm not knocking, the people who make drill music. That's just not my lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't say I didn't grow up around that because I'm from Brownsville, Brooklyn. I see that shit all the time. But I'm just not trying to, be on everybody else's lane and do what everybody else is doing, especially from New York. Cause I just feel like I could create my own lane and do my own thing, And as I'm growing and getting more wiser, I don't feel the need to speak about certain stuff like that. Yeah.
Because why would you?
Yeah, why would I? You know what I'm saying?
But piggyback off of that, I know one thing about you is you travel a lot as well.
Yeah, I do.
So being able to see something outside of a certain block radius definitely changes your perspective.
Yeah.
So what are some of your favorite places that you've gone?
Favorite places? Denver, Colorado. Like last year I went on tour with my homie Jab. Denver, Colorado, New Mexico. I would say Boca Chica in Dominican Republic. Santo Domingo because of the food. I love the food out there. And I would say Antigua. I've been to Antigua 3 times last year in a 4-month span.
You really like it that much?
Yeah, that shit was amazing out there.
They're beautiful.
3 times.
4 months.
Yeah, within 4 months.
120 days. You was living there damn near.
No, yeah, you could say that because one of the times I was out there was actually for a full month, so yeah. I actually did enjoy it.
So you were basically like subletting Loki in the city. Yeah. Okay. Well, given that you've been places like that, have you been able to kind of like tap into their entertainment? Of course.
When I went to Antigua, the first time I went to Antigua, I didn't know a soul. I didn't know anybody out there. I got connected with some people because my dad, he has family out there, so I got connected with them the second time I went out there. And they put me on a radio station. I did a couple radio interviews. I played in Carnival. I actually performed during Carnival and stuff like that. What else? And when I went to Mexico, I linked up with a couple Mexican artists and stuff like that. I was in the studio with them. But that's pretty much it as far as like making music and anything entertainment outside the country. Yeah.
I know you have like your sound is kind of like a mixture of like I'll say like R&B and hip hop.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
You got a couple like fusions, like Afro fusion here and there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But so would you say like you traveling kind of like for you, or was that always?
Nah, I think it's not the traveling. I think it's just the music I was influenced by. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like right now I listen to a lot of I stick to the same artists, but I listen to a lot of Young Dolph. Okay. I listen to a lot of Key Glock, a lot of Tupac, a lot of Mac Miller, Travis Scott. That's probably where I get like the melodic stuff from. Who else? Larry June. Okay. G Perico. I spend a lot of time on the West Coast too, so you might hear a couple West Coast artists I mentioned. Blast.
Okay. I've been kind of, involving yourself in the West Coast scene when you're from the East Coast. I know it's different. I lived there before. Yeah. So when I got there, I'm like, what?
It's cool. I shoot I think the last 15 to 20 videos I shot was actually in the West Coast in LA. Besides the ones in DR and stuff, like is in LA. It was pretty dope, you know what I'm saying? The people are cool. The working space is much bigger than, on the East Coast. Like you'll find like a lot of like warehouses and stuff like that, or like different little Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, speaking of new videos and new content, you recently released your single "You Said It's Love."
You Said It's Love. Yeah.
Was that not the first release of the year, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, that was.
Okay. Do you have a video coming through that?
The video's actually out. Is
Oh, the video is
Yeah,
out.
the video's out. It's
I
at
remember yeah.
it's at 75K in
No,
in a
yeah, I
month.
remember it. Who shot the video?
RCV Media. He's been shooting all my videos for the past 2.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, he's from LA.
So the video kind of, all right. So it matches the ambience of the song. So he did that well. But what was your inspiration behind the video?
So pretty much, with me and Roger, the videographer, we sit down for about a month. We be on the phone like every day. Especially if I'm on the East Coast, he's on the West, we be on the phone like every day, just, jotting down ideas, writing the treatment, what we feel like will be best, or will catch the eye, the eye of the viewers, which model will fit, and stuff like that. So when it's time to, shoot the video, we get it done quick. But the inspiration behind that, the video and the song, was just heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not afraid to let my heart out on a record, or just my thoughts out, or how I'm feeling, or you know what I'm saying. I'm not a closed book, so I just go out and just go all in, with it, and that's how that came about.
So, all right, first release of the year, you're about to go to Africa.
Yes.
So will you be doing things there? Because like summertime about to hit, so you kind of going like right when summer's bubbling up, and you get back right when summer gets here.
All right, but check this out though, right? We're about to have summer in the States, but it's winter in Africa right now.
Damn.
Yeah. So yeah, their season is kind of opposite. So I'm gonna be shooting 3 videos out there. My producer who produced "You Said It's Love" and set the tone in those records, he lives out in Africa. He's in South Africa, Pretoria. So we about to link up for the first time ever. We've been working for like 2 years straight. We actually about to work together when we get out there.
Are you doing collab with some artists?
Hell yeah. Yeah, he already have a few artists lined up for me to work with and stuff like that. So that's gonna be pretty exciting. I'm just excited to see the women, try the food, and just see how different the place is, because they always, when you hear about Africa, the media always tell you something crazy. So I actually want to see it for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just try to instill fear on things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. It's crazy.
All
right. Well, so you'll be working, but what can we expect? If you can give us a little tip, what can we expect while you're working on your next move?
Well,
or are you
out in Africa, or?
No, you'll be working in Africa, so we can't expect you nothing right away.
Yeah. Matter of fact, while I'm in Africa, I'm gonna be vlogging. So just every week on a Friday, I'll be dropping a vlog of just like my week, because I'm gonna be out there for a whole month. So yeah, I'm gonna be dropping vlogs every Friday on my YouTube channel. And in June when I get back is a thing I was doing I would say 2-3 years ago, called Pope Sundays, where every Sunday I would drop an unreleased record. So I'll be doing that this summer, starting June 4th. I'll release a record every Sunday leading up to a project I'm gonna be dropping end of the summer. Where you can find "You Said It's Love" on.
That's one of the focal tracks.
Yeah, that's the first record. What else I'll be doing? Oh, I'm going on tour this fall. Going on tour. And that's about it. Just dishing out music, tours, and back to school drive like I did last year. The back to school drive, turkey drive, and Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'll just be doing a lot of giveaways and music.
So, one last part of our conversation I want to have, talking to you, is you're pretty much independent, right?
Yeah, independent.
So that being said, this shit costs money, right?
I mean, it costs money.
And resources.
Yeah, but when you're doing it for a while and you start to recoup and make things back, you don't really.
It starts to pay for itself.
Yeah, it starts to pay for itself.
But that's what I was about to say. So you've been doing this long enough. It has to be paying for itself, because you've been doing this long enough for you to stay afloat enough to be able to pay for a video, or go to Africa, or do this, that, and the third. So what are some tips that you would give an artist that's trying to, being a recording artist and invest in themselves?
work with what you got, until you get something better or until you get more. You know what I'm saying? Because in the beginning, I wanted to be on billboards. I wanted to be working with bigger artists, and I wanted to be, making these 20,000 budget videos and stuff like that. But it wasn't the time for that as yet. So you just gotta crawl before you walk and walk before you run. You know what I'm saying? Don't let anybody throw anything in your ear that's gonna discourage you or make you feel less of a person or like your music ain't it. You know what I'm saying?
Music is subjective.
Yeah, and just utilize what you got. Social media is there. You know what I'm saying? Promote yourself as much as you can, even though if you may not get a couple likes or whatever, people are watching. If you ain't getting the, verbal feedback, don't means people ain't, paying attention and stuff like that. So just keep going, and even if you ain't got the funds, just do whatever you can until you get the funds, you know what I'm saying? And don't quit your 9 to 5 job thinking, all right, because,
Take money to make
yeah, it's been, I would say about like 6.5 years since I stopped working. But, I was working in the beginning to fund the studio and certain things that I needed to get me where I need to be at. Yeah.
One last tip.
One more tip. Don't compare yourself to others because your success may not be their success, and you don't know how they, what they did to get to where they at. So never compare yourself to other people.
I like that because
Word.
you can't be jealous or mad at nobody.
Yeah, it's not your time. Yeah.
For them to get there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. And plug all your social media into.
KevThePope, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Deezer, Google Play, whatever streaming platforms, TikTok, whatever social media platforms you got, KevThePope. PlugRoyalty.com is the website where you can find all the merch, all the updates, tour coming soon. Who else? Oh, shout out my homies. They make music too. If you guys want to tap into some new music, artist Steve Biko. Shout out my homie Swego. Shout out my homie Soup. Shout out my homie Jav. Shout out all of the guys. POPE, East 98 Music. We out.
And follow us at Hip Hop since 1987. Thank you for talking to me.
Appreciate you.